What's up YouTube? My name's Cody. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a vlog, talk about a couple of things that I picked up, do a couple of updates. To start it all off, I guess I might as well talk about what I'm currently vaping. Currently I got the Castigador clone and a Velocity clone, and I want to give a little bit of a first impression, talk about both of them. I also have another thing that I would like to talk about real quick, and I would like to throw in a little bit about the New Jersey Vape Expo. But to start it all off, the Castigador. It's a really great clone. There is one major gripe about the clone that I have, and that's the batteries. Whenever you snap them on, whenever you actually close the bottom door, it takes a lot of force, and you are limited to a certain length 510 connection that you can use on the device before the battery tray will not snap closed. So no twisted messes RDAs, no Aeolus, no really long protruding 510s such as a tugboat, for example. You'll have to deal with a major gap in the top of the mod and RDA. But other than that, it's been great. Everything's been great. The battery life, the firing switch, everything's been great about it. But I don't want to spoil the review, but so far it's been great. Now, the Velocity RDA also, I picked up the clone at the same time as the Castigador, and I want to say that the building deck is amazing. It's just been a breeze building on it. It takes 5 seconds. You put one lead in, you put the other, and it's perfect because, you know, when a coil's wrapped, one lead's going under, one lead's going over, and they just fit perfectly. It's really easy to build on. One gripe I do have about the particular clone I picked up is the O-rings were very loose, almost as if they were not there. So that is a major con to mention as well. Another con that I've noticed with it so far is the actual gap that you get as you open up the airflow. A lot of juice tends to get stuck in there and you're constantly having to wipe the juice out. But other than that, everything about both of these mods has been great vaping. I used this setup all day whenever I went down to the New Jersey Vape Expo and had no issues. It was a good vape the entire time. So, moving into the New Jersey Vape Expo, it was a blast. It was really cool, other than the extreme negativity that went on down there. I'm sure everybody's heard, I know a lot of people are talking about it, but there was no vaping allowed in the building. They kind of pulled it out of nowhere, pulled it out their ass and said, hey, you can't vape in here, even though it's a vape meet. A lot of people weren't having it. A lot of people were just vaping inside. They made it into a big deal and said that we couldn't vape inside for a long time, and then they changed it and said that we could vape at the booths trying the liquid. But a lot of vendors apparently got fined regardless of if people were vaping around their booth or around them in general, but they weren't trying their juices. Kind of a bullshit thing, and I don't really want to go too far into the subject, but I just thought it was really bullshit how you know, a lot of people got fined for that. I mean, it's at a vape meet. I know it's vaping indoors is illegal in New Jersey, but it's a lot of vendors paid a lot of money to get in there, and for them to do that, it's kind of shitty. But that's just my opinion. Let's see. I've got my vlog notes over here. I'm gonna look and see if I covered the New Jersey Vape Expo thing well. Yeah, it was kind of bullshit. But a lot of vendors had great attitudes about the whole thing. I know I enjoyed going to quite a few booths, meeting a lot of people. It was a really laid back time. I only got to go Saturday. Unfortunately, I didn't get to make it there Sunday. But what I experienced Saturday was pretty awesome. Aside from the having to go outside and vape out there and everything, that was kind of iffy. But moving on to the next mod that I would like to talk about. Let me just get a little vape real quick. Tiny little dual 18650 mod puts out like ridiculous. It's 0.12 build, dual 18650s. Like I said, I got some Sonys in here, and I've been vaping these all day, and you see the performance. It's ridiculous. In a box that's as small as my hand, I can't even. Moving on. The next thing I'd like to talk about is something I picked up from the Sour Patch booth. Well, the Sour Batch booth at Vape Expo, New Jersey. They had a claw machine, which was a big thing at the booth. A lot of people were drawn to it. It was a really great idea. Basically how it worked is they filled it up with a lot of their juice, a lot of other donations from a lot of companies. Dot Mod was a huge supporter of them. They donated a lot of authentic pieces, drip tips, RDAs, a lot of things. It was really nice of everybody to donate, and Sour Batch did a thing where you would pay $5 to use the claw until you won. And a lot of people were going through it. I got a little bit of juice, my girlfriend picked up a little bit of juice, and I went back for round 2 because they told me that, hey, here in a little bit we're going to be throwing in more Dot Mod Petri, RDAs, drip tips, chuff caps, etc. And I went up there, and right before I actually got to the actual claw, James from the Rig Mod walked up and said, hey, here, put this Rig Mod version 2 in the claw machine. Well, he did that, and sure enough, first try I got lucky and I pulled it out of the claw machine. So I got lucky and got a Rig Mod version 2 from James in the claw machine at the New Jersey Vape Expo. So it was really cool to get this mod. Now, going into the mod, what I've experienced so far is the build quality is amazing. It's beautiful. It honestly is the most amazing mod I've seen in person. It's flawless. There's no burrs, scratches, or anything on the outside or on the switch, anything like that whenever I got the mod. Everything was really nice. But I will have to say there were a few things that I experienced later on, one being the hot button. Unfortunately, it's not common from what I hear. Everybody has had very few bad experiences with these mods. Unfortunately, I believe there's a defect, and that's going to lead me to my next thing. Is the customer service is great with the Rig Mod. Really great customer service. I called down there and they walked me through a couple of steps that they believed would help me fix the mod, and said if not, that I could send it back and they would fix it right up and or replace it. But I am experiencing a little bit of hot button around a little bit lower than 0.2 ohms. Just something to know. Like I said, it's not common from what I understand. A lot of people can sub-ohm down to really low levels with this mod, but unfortunately, like I said, I believe there's a defect, something wrong with the mod causing it to do so. But of course, the vape production is still amazing, regardless. Right now I've got a 0.21 ohm build with Gorilla Wire, and it's 22 gauge, and the vape off of it is amazing. Let me just do a little bit of a vape with it. With a 0.2 ohm build, it's vaping really nice. Got it in the Mako. Well, I got the Mako on, and it's vaping really nice for a 0.2 build. Now, like I said, I am experiencing hot button, but that might just be my particular model. Like I said, it's not very common to my understandings. But other than that issue, and which I'm going to be sending it back and getting a new one, and hopefully everything will be fine, and I'll be doing a review as soon as I get back and get to test it and get in a couple final thoughts. But as for now, everything's been great. The vape off of it's been good other than that issue. Like I said, let me get one more vape in. It's definitely a dense vape. But I just wanted to inform you guys of a few things that are going to be coming up as far as reviews. So definitely look forward to a Castigador clone review, Velocity clone review, and a Rig Mod version 2 authentic review. It will be coming in the near future. The New Jersey Vape Expo is great, like I said. I do have a couple shout outs that I want to do for a couple of other channels. I've been watching a couple of other up and coming reviewers, I would say, and with low subscriber counts, and I've been watching them, and I think their content's great. One being Snug Vapes. Huge shout out to him. I like watching his videos. He's pretty laid back. definitely a great channel to watch. And also, I saw a guy named Chris Scott. He actually reviewed a Castigador clone, which kind of made me want to actually get it and do my actual thoughts on it as well. So a huge shout out to him as well. But other than that, there's not much else I really want to talk about in this video. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. It's been great talking with you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, keep on vaping.